What made you ruin a Karen's life? When Janet moved into our apartment complex, I welcomed her with a homemade pie and introduced myself as the property manager. She threw the pie in the trash right in front of me, saying she didn't trust food from the help. I let it slide, figuring she was just stressed from moving. But within a week, she'd filed 23 complaints about everything from the suspicious delivery guy, who was actually bringing her own Amazon packages, to the dangerous gang activity, which was just the local church youth group having a bake sale. Her favorite target was Alma, a sweet 70-year-old who lived below her. Janet claimed Alma's cooking stank up the building with ethnic food and demanded I evict her. I explained that Alma had lived here for 30 years, and her traditional Puerto Rican cooking had never been an issue. Janet then started calling the police on Alma almost daily. She'd claim Alma was dealing drugs or hosting illegal parties. In reality, Alma was just having her grandkids over for Sunday dinner. The cops eventually stopped responding to Janet's calls. One night at 3 a.m., Janet pounded on my door screaming that Alma's TV was too loud. I checked. Alma was actually in the hospital for hip surgery. Her apartment was empty. Janet just huffed and said I was choosing sides. The next day, I got a call from the hospital. Alma was in tears. Janet had somehow gotten into her apartment while she was gone and dumped bleach all over her handmade family quilts, irreplaceable items her grandmother had made. The security cameras caught everything. I called the police, but Janet's rich daddy was some hotshot lawyer who got her off with just a warning. She strutted around afterward, bragging about how those people needed to learn their place. That's when I decided enough was enough. I spent the next week documenting every single violation of her lease, from her unauthorized pet ferret to her illegal subletting on Airbnb. I also had footage of her keying cars in the parking lot and stealing packages. But my real breakthrough came when I overheard her bragging on the phone about how she was running an illegal Botox clinic from her apartment. She was injecting people with counterfeit products she bought online. I gathered all the evidence and sent it to every relevant authority: health department, housing board, police, and her daddy's law firm's ethics board. I also accidentally forwarded her own social media posts where she bragged about daddy making her legal troubles disappear. The health department raid was beautiful. They caught her mid-injection with some poor woman on her couch. Turned out she'd been buying industrial silicone from China and telling people it was FDA-approved Botox. Her daddy couldn't save her this time. She got hit with practicing medicine without a license, assault with a deadly weapon, the fake Botox, and a dozen other charges. The law firm fired her father for obstruction of justice. Janet got 15 years in prison. Her father was disbarred. The FBI even got involved because she'd been part of a larger counterfeit Botox ring. I used her security deposit to replace Alma's quilts. It wasn't the same, but Alma hugged me anyway.